I first grabbed 4 packages of these plastic pumpkins from Dollar Tree. These pumpkins do have some picks on the back, so I just took the pumpkins right off of those picks, and then I just started taking the stems off the top of those pumpkins. And to make the painting process so much easier, I grabbed some of these bamboo skewers that also came from Dollar Tree and just started placing those pumpkins right into those skewers. So for the first 3 pumpkins, I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the color Moss. I did end up only doing 1 coat per color. And the next color I chose was Waverly chalk paint in the color Pumpkin. Painted 3 more pumpkins with that color. And for the last 3, I mixed Waverly chalk paint in the color Pumpkin and plaster just to create a lighter orange color. And again, go ahead and allow all of those to completely dry. Once those were dry, go ahead and just take those pumpkins off of those skewers, and then you could go ahead and start putting the stems right back on. So I have the 3 different painted colors, and then I just used some of the white pumpkins as is the way that I got them from Dollar Tree. So I have a total of 12 pumpkins. Next, I grabbed these wreath frames, also came from Dollar Tree. And then I'll just be using some cut up natural burlap. You just want to start hot gluing the burlap all around one of the wreath frames. This is just going to be a nice base for the next step. Once you have that all glued down, go ahead and just cut off any excess that you may have, just as close to that wreath frame as possible. Then go ahead and grab some Spanish moss, also came from Dollar Tree, and just start placing that right on top of that natural burlap. Put as much or as little as you would like. You could also hot glue the Spanish moss down if you would like. However, I just kept it without the hot glue, but that is totally up to your preference. And once the Spanish moss was down, I then just started adding in those pumpkins. Again, you could hot glue these down if you would like. I decided not to. And as you're adding the pumpkins, just make sure you are interchanging the colors, so not 2 of the same colors are touching. And then go ahead and grab that other wreath frame and just put it right on top of those pumpkins. I then just grabbed some zip ties and held the 2 wreath frames together. This is just going to make it so much easier to do the next step. So once I had those nice and secure, I had this chicken wire ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby. You want to just begin wrapping this all around both of those wreath frames. And as you're adding the chicken wire, you could go ahead and just start cutting those zip ties right off, and then the wreath will stay together. And as you're adding, you want to just make sure that you have the chicken wire ribbon as tight as it'll go. And look at how adorable that is. Then I got this Welcome Fall round sign from Dollar Tree and decided to use this as the background of the wreath. So I just placed it right down using this Dollar Tree adhesive glue with a mixture of hot glue. Just place that all around the outer edge of the sign and then just placed that wreath right on top. You want to allow that to completely dry for about 10 to 15 minutes. And look at how adorable that is. I then just created a raffia bow. And I ended up creating 2 different bows, and then I just ended up tying them together just to make it more of like a thicker bow, which I think came out so cute. And then just added some more of that adhesive glue with hot glue and just placed that at the top of the wreath. And then to act as a hanger, I just glued some nautical rope onto the back side of the wreath. And there you go, guys. I think this came out super adorable. I hope this inspires you guys to create your own in your own special way. If it did, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so much, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.